Hey, Toothless. Toothless. Come here. Come here, babies. Come here. Special babies. Special puppies. Listen here. Special babies. Listen here. Hey, quick. You're going to hurt the camera. Quit! You're hurting the camera. No clawing the camera. Come here. Look, you got to tell the Fluffy goodbye. Come on. Come here. Look, it's your chance. Come here. Come here. Look, you're hard. You're a hard fella to shoot film with. You know what? You just want to follow me around and hang on me. Now sit. Sit. Now I'm trying to give you the opportunity to tell Mr. Fluffy here goodbye. You want to tell him goodbye? Tell her goodbye. Her. It. Whatever. Come here. You have no interest in this thing, and you used to. Not me. Anyway, for those of you that don't know who Mr. Fluffy is, I shot a video. Of... I hope I didn't break my safety glasses just now. They got lenses on them, like reading glasses. They're my favorite. But I wanted to talk to everybody today, and there's old Spider-Man. And the topic's going to be about what you should do, what should you do on your channel, and what not should you do on your channel. And I've came to the conclusion you can't please them all. And when I first, started YouTube, my friends were all saying, oh yeah, you're gonna hit it big, man, you're so funny, and this, that, and the other. And then I made a couple of videos and cursed in them, had some foul language, and they were like, right on, that's there it again, I almost said the cuss word, huh? That's the stuff instead of the S. And they told me that was the stuff, but they used the other word, and they said, and then, somebody said on there, Limpy, keep it clean. My kids are watching, and I want to watch you, but you can't curse. And I'm like, okay, so I quit cursing. And then my friends come back and they call me around, they say, hey man, your videos aren't as funny as you are in real life. And I'm like, well, why not? They say, because you're not yourself. You're not being yourself. It's like you're Dudley Do-Right over here. I'm like, well, I'm just trying, dude. They said, well, you're boring. And they don't, none of my personal friends, they don't watch this. They don't watch these videos. Another thing that happened is Spider-Man over there. By the way, my dog, he used to play with that beanbag. I'm getting sidetracked. He used to play with that beanbag all the time. That was his lover. And instead of doing a live video, or I mean a action video to where it showed motion, I did a slideshow, and all it was it showed him standing on it. It showed him blurry, it showed a lot of blurred with him, how he was wrestling with it, and he was doing different things. I didn't have no close-up vulgar shots at all. It didn't show no personal body parts out of the ordinary, no exposed nothings. It just showed a bunch of blurriness and pictures, and I think 15 subscribers left on the beanbag. And then one day, Spider-Man up there, instead of taking my glasses off and putting them on Spider-Man, I took my hat off, my other hat that you see me usually wear. I took it off, and I put it on top of Spider-Man's head, and I gave Spider-Man a big old kiss. And I lost about 8 subscribers, I think, on that one. And then one time I took I caught a mouse on a sticky trap, and it was suffering, and I didn't want to leave it suffering because I didn't want to throw it in the trash can and sitting there and listen to it whine and whimper. I didn't want to drown it. I wanted to put it out of its misery, How would I want to go? I would want it to go quick and fast. So I figured I'd take a hammer and bash its brains in and throw it away. And I did. I shot a video of that, and it's called Hammer Time, and everybody remembers Hammer Time because that's what they called it. I lost 30 subscribers on that one. So through the experience, it makes me wonder, you know, it's like I tell my friends, well, I lose this many subscribers doing that, and I lose this many subscribers doing that, and I lose this many subscribers doing that. And they said, yeah, but you got to understand, you know, maybe those subscribers wasn't for your channel. So why are you not being yourself and just be yourself? Because you're a heck of a lot more funnier being yourself than you are to be this. You're turning into a snowflake is what they told me. You know? And so that's my question to everybody out there. Should I just be myself and let the ones leave that don't like that kind of thing go? Or should I try to change and not curse and not show pictures of that and not show pictures of me killing mice and putting them out of their misery? Because I used to raise mice and I used to raise rats for the Fort Worth Zoo. Long time ago. And I raised my rats on wire. And my zoo liked that. The zoo says, oh, because they seen one of my sugar gliders once that I had on my shoulder. And I had a little cage, I was carrying it with me. And when I was walking through all the areas in the zoo, everybody was looking at my sugar glider. And sometime I think a guy come up there and he says, that's pretty neat. He says, you got a sugar glider? I said, yeah. I said, I said, I also got a hairless rat. He goes, what do you keep the hairless rat in? I said, a cage just like this. And it was a cage that didn't have no fluffy stuff in it. And it had a little tray on, like a bird cage. It had a little tray on the bottom of it. But I didn't raise my, you know. So he told me, he says, if you start breeding rats and mice and raise them like you do the sugar gliders on wire. Because if you put sugar gliders, they seem like the fluffy stuff, it would just stink. They would urinate in it and it stunk. So I didn't want to I didn't want to breed sugar gliders. And the sugar gliders were very hard to sell. And the sugar gliders were also hard to breed. They had to be very comfortable, very calm atmosphere. Same way with mice. They got to be very calm, very, very calm and collective atmosphere. Rats, they don't really care. You can make all kinds of noise around them and they'll breed anytime, man. They have no shame. And rats always breed at 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to go get library books and figure this out. But anyway, I know I'm babbling on. I had to learn a lot about rats and mice. And I got a chance to sell a few rats back in the day to the, you know, I think they wanted like 300 starting out, they just wanted this many, but on average, after we got going real good, they wanted 300 rats. I think it was either a week or a month. I can't remember because it's been so long ago. But anyway, my point is, if you found a rat that was walking around with his head cocked sideways after it started growing up, because they wanted pinkies, they wanted different size rats. You had to have a different variety of rats and mice, because different size snakes eat different size rats and mice. So I had to learn, you know, how to freeze the little babies, and if you got one that's acting retarded and acting like something's wrong with him, or he acts like he's sick or something, you got to put him down. And I thought about carbon monoxide. No, I thought about putting them in, cutting off their air or something, and just let them die and suffocate. And I thought no. And it just seemed like, you know, how do you do it, you know? So another guy that I had talked to at the pet store, you know, told me, he says, the way we do it is we just grab them by their tail and we whack them on the side of the desk and we take some disinfectant and we clean it up. And that's the end of it. You're putting them out of their misery. You're knocking them out. You know, you whack them and then they'll sit there and jolt and shit, and then that's when you whack them harder again and you knock them out of their misery. Then you put them in a plastic bag, a sandwich bag, and you throw them in the trash. But you can't show that stuff on YouTube because people just don't like it. Yeah. Anyways. about halfway there. I got to go through a lot more boxes and keep packing them in here, and finally I'm getting my living room back. And I guess I'll see y'all later for now. Y'all be good. Limster out. Say goodbye, Toothless. Say goodbye, baby. Bye-bye. Stop.